A lot of the times I'm asked questions about the Rockwell hardness of our shears, and we do have information on that. However, that information is not as relevant as it used to be. Rockwell hardness is an indication of the strength, the hardness, and the quality of steels that are made in a lot of cutting instruments like knives, like swords. However, it really is not as relevant to fine Japanese style hair cutting shears. And the reason is because in order to get the precision cuts that stylists use today, they need a steel that takes a very, very sharp edge and maintains it for a decent period of time. Japanese shears are usually not serrated because there's a lot of slide cutting that stylists like to do, and they can't do that with a serrated blade. So they need to have an edge that's very, very sharp that will actually slice through the hair without too much of a scissoring motion. And in order to do that, Japanese steels have been developed using components or alloys that give them more strength, tensile strength, and flexibility than a traditional hard, highly cobalted German steel. So while a German steel may have a Rockwell rating somewhere between 62 or even higher than that, that's an indication that it is very hard. The trouble is it's so hard that it is not flexible, it's brittle. And so as it is sharpened to a very, very fine, fine edge, that edge tends to, with wear, chip away microscopically. Whereas a Japanese steel that has more components like vanadium and titanium, which add tensile strength and flexibility and take away weight, tend to just wear gently away from the scissor as the stylist is using it. Therefore, a finer, sharper edge is maintained for a longer period of time. German beveled scissors that had very, very high Rockwells traditionally chop the hair, not really slice through it cleanly. And in past days, when styling was dependent not on a cut, but on rollers and ratting and comb outs and hairspray, split ends weren't really important. You didn't really see them under all that hairspray. But that's not the way that haircuts are styled today. They need clean, crisp edges that are not split so that the styles can reflect the precision cutting that a stylist does. Therefore, Rockwell hardness is one way of gauging steel quality, but really is not the most relevant way. The most relevant way is to determine the alloy composition of the shear to make sure that it does have components in it, not just high chromium and cobalt rates, but also vanadium, titanium, molybdenum that give them properties of flexibility and strength. Thank you.